Have you ever forgiven someone who truly hurt you? It's not easy, is it? Sometimes forgiveness feels like weakness, but this story will show you something deeper. That forgiveness isn't losing, it's healing. And once you understand that, your heart will never be the same again. In a quiet village by the river, there lived a young boy named Aaron. He was kind, gentle, and full of dreams. He lived with his grandfather, an old man who was wise but poor. They owned a small piece of land and survived by selling vegetables in the market. Every morning, Aaron would help his grandfather water the plants. He loved watching tiny green leaves stretch toward the sun. His grandfather often said, "Aaron, kindness is like water. It flows quietly, but it can change even the hardest stone." Aaron always nodded, though he didn't fully understand. But one morning, something happened that would change everything. As they reached the field, they found it destroyed. The fence was broken, the vegetables were trampled, and muddy footprints led to the land of a rich man named Victor. Victor was known for his greed. He wanted everyone's land to build a bigger farm for himself. Aaron clenched his fists. "Grandfather, he did this. We can't let him get away with it." The old man sighed. "Anger burns quickly, my boy. But forgiveness lasts longer." Aaron's eyes filled with tears. "But he hurt us. Why should we forgive?" His grandfather looked at the broken plants and whispered, "Because if we don't, the pain will live in us, not in him." Days turned into weeks. Aaron worked hard to repair the field. But every time he saw Victor passing by with his workers, laughter echoing in the air, his heart filled with anger. He wanted to shout. He wanted to fight. But his grandfather's words stopped him. One afternoon, when the sun burned hot above, Aaron saw something strange. Victor's son, Eli, was crying by the road. His cart had broken, and all the grain had spilled into the dust. Flies buzzed around. The boy looked helpless. Aaron froze. His mind whispered, "This is your chance. Walk away. Let him suffer." But then he remembered his grandfather's voice. Forgiveness is not about them. It's about freeing your own heart. Aaron slowly walked toward the boy. Without saying a word, he began picking up the grain. Eli looked surprised. "You're helping me?" "But my father ruined your land." Aaron smiled softly. "Maybe he did. But that doesn't mean I have to do the same." Together, they gathered the spilled grain. By the time Victor arrived, covered in dust and pride, the work was done. Aaron simply nodded and walked away. Victor watched in silence. For the first time, guilt touched his heart. The next morning, word spread across the village. People whispered about Aaron helping the son of the man who had hurt him. Some laughed and called him foolish. "Why help your enemy?" they said. "He'll just hurt you again." But Aaron stayed silent. He kept working, planting new seeds, carrying water, and smiling when he could. Yet trouble was not over. That year, the rain did not come. The earth cracked and the fields turned dry. Crops failed everywhere. Victor's large farm suffered too. His workers left one by one. Soon, the proud man who once laughed at others had nothing left to eat. Aaron still had a small store of grains saved with care. Every night, he could hear distant cries of hunger from the nearby houses. His grandfather's health was failing, but his heart remained strong. One night, he whispered weakly, "Aaron, do you remember what I told you about kindness?" Aaron nodded. "Yes, grandfather." "Kindness flows quietly. Then let it flow tonight," the old man said, holding Aaron's hand, "even toward those who hurt you." Aaron understood. He packed a few bags of grain and, under the moonlight, placed them quietly at Victor's door. He did it again the next night, and again the next. The rich man, now poor and broken, found the food every morning. He couldn't understand who was helping him, but it kept him and his son alive. One evening, as Aaron was leaving a sack of food at Victor's door, the door opened. Victor stood there. His eyes were hollow but filled with recognition. "You?" he whispered. "You're the one helping me?" Aaron froze. For a moment, he thought of running, but then he simply nodded. "Yes, sir." "It's me." Victor fell to his knees. Tears rolled down his dusty face. "Why, Aaron? After everything I did? After I destroyed your land?" Aaron's voice trembled, because hate only grows more hate. But kindness heals. The old man wept like a child. He reached out and held Aaron's hands. "You are a better man than I will ever be." That night, the village learned the truth. Everyone gathered around Victor's home. He stood before them and said, "I once ruined this boy's land. But when my family was hungry, it was his kindness that saved us." Silence filled the crowd. No one laughed at Aaron anymore. They bowed their heads in shame. Months later, the rains finally returned. The fields turned green again. Aaron's crops grew strong, and Victor's farm began to heal too. Victor offered Aaron a large piece of his land. "Take this, my friend." "You deserve it," but Aaron shook his head. "I don't need land, sir. I just need peace." Victor smiled, tears shining in his eyes. "Then may peace follow you always, Aaron." Years passed. Aaron became known far beyond the village. People came from other towns to meet the boy who forgave. He never called himself a hero. He just kept living with the same quiet kindness his grandfather taught him. And every time someone asked him, "Why did you forgive the man who destroyed your life?" he would simply say, "Because forgiveness didn't make me smaller. It made me free." Sometimes in life, people will hurt you deeply. They will break your trust, your peace, and maybe even your heart. You'll want revenge. You'll want them to feel what you felt. But remember this: holding anger is like holding fire in your own hand. It burns only you. Forgiveness doesn't mean what they did was right. It means you are choosing peace over pain. You are choosing to move forward. And when you forgive, you don't just free them, you free yourself. So the next time someone hurts you, pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and let go. Because what you give out comes back. And kindness, even when unseen, always returns with blessings. If this story touched your heart, take a moment to share it with someone who needs to hear it today. And tell me in the comments, what does forgiveness mean to you? Your words might help someone heal. And remember, the world becomes softer, kinder, and brighter each time one heart forgives another.